Two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo had a lot of free time this summer, has been using social media very actively, keeping us all entertained in the process. Yesterday, the Greek Freak brought up an interesting conversation to accompany a graphic that he posted. Let's take a look. So Giannis quote tweeted a graphic with a Team USA lineup of AD, KD, LeBron, Steph, and Tatum versus a world team featuring himself, Wemby, Luka, Jokic, and SGA with the caption, "This should be next year All-Star Game format, must-see basketball, 100 emoji, fire emoji." So Greek Freak isn't the only person who thinks this is a good idea. This is actually being considered by the league for the 2026 All-Star Game. Here's what Commissioner Adam Silver told Joe Vardon of The Athletic recently. He said, quote, "Our All-Star Game will return to NBC next season in the middle of their coverage of the Winter Olympics. Given the strong interest we've seen in international basketball competitions, most recently in last summer's Olympics in Paris, we're discussing concepts with the Players Association that focus on NBA players representing their countries or regions instead of the more traditional formats that we've used in the past." He went on to say, "It's not lost on us. We'll be in LA, the home of the 28 Summer Olympics, and we'll be competing in the arena at Intuit, where the basketball competition will take place in the 2028 Olympics." So I think all those factors, when they come together, it presents an enormous opportunity for us to do something with international competition instead of the traditional all-star formats that we've used. So currently about 25% of NBA players were born outside the United States. This year's All-NBA teams featured 4 players that play internationally, with SGA, Joker, and Giannis making the first team, while Kat was a third-team selection, along with 4 more players in Şengün, Zubac, Sabonis, and Siakam, who cracked the top 24 in All-NBA voting this year. Luka and Wemby were both ineligible for postseason awards as they did not meet the minimum games requirement. But you agree with Giannis that the NBA should move to a USA versus the world all-star format. Kenyon, we'll start with you.
Just one simple question. Are there enough all-stars to have an all-star game?
I gave you 10.
No. So
I gave you 10 right there.
So that's what they're gonna play 5-on-5 the whole game?
No, I'm saying 10 international
They're gonna
players.
play 5-on-5, no subs?
So 8 international players cracked the top 24 in All-NBA voting. Luka and Wemby were not eligible because they didn't play enough games. But that's 10 guys right there.
To make it's an all-star format.
I get
The all-star is not, that 65 game shit is after that. So what you're saying is, it doesn't matter.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, it's halfway. It's all.
That 65 game is irrelevant.
I'm just telling you, 8 players finished. 8 international players finished top 24.
Yeah, but we're talking about half. We're talking about February here. We're talking about from November to February. Mm-hmm. That part of the season. So, are there enough? Will there be enough people that fit this criteria to have the world versus the USA in an all-star format? I highly doubt it, but let's see.
There was also, obviously, they did the 4-team
Doubt it. He said it.
Okay, excuse me, Gil. Let me huff. I know you stand on this. That's why I'm asking you last.
Okay.
I know you're not rolling, but they did a 4-team format. Nobody was rolling with it. 8 players on each team, so there's a potential to extend it. Obviously, they took.
See, they get this gimmick shit.
Yeah, it was
See, once again, it's a gimmick. Go back to just playing basketball, man. East versus West. Let them wear their goddamn uniforms out there and go play basketball. Right? Why we got to do the gimmicks? Like you just had a gimmick. People, everybody hated it. Fans, players, coaches, everybody hated it. Here you go with another gimmick. Once again, people gonna hate it once again. 5-on-5, East versus West. Wear their uniforms, all West. Pick a color, whatever you want to do. East versus West, man. Simple.
So let's move over to Sonny. Sonny, do you agree with Giannis that the NBA should move to a USA versus the world all-star format?
It seems that we have amnesia. You know, me and Brandon brought this point up 2 summers in a row.
We have had discussions about it.
Exact. For all-star. This discussion. Because they already doing it. So it was like, yeah, line it up. And we kept asking Gil to line up his rosters against ours. Yeah, we did this already.
But they're not all-stars, though.
They're gonna have to be.
They're
gonna have to be
players, though.
They're gonna have to be all-stars.
See, that's
So the argument that we were having, everybody, we're talking about the best USA players versus the best European players, right? This is not that argument.
It's the same because you're gonna have to pick new
all-stars.
all-stars for that new team.
But it's international.
The international players on the international all-star.
So how many players made it? This is the most that made it this year at All-Star. 6. 6 made it this year. There's 24 All-Stars. 6 made it. That means there's 18 Americans. Last year, 4 made it, which means there was 20 Americans. So you're saying, and you want to tell us that we're going to take 6 Euros this year, then add 6 more that wasn't even fucking capable of making a game. We're just going to pull them because they're good Euros. That means 6 All-Stars that are All-Stars
He's saying the word.
are taken off the team.
So they're trying to use Shea. They're trying to use Shea.
It shouldn't matter.
The world is bigger than Europe.
It shouldn't matter.
Players.
Yeah, they're
world
trying
is
to
bigger
use
than
Shea.
Europe.
Like so he's saying the
shouldn't
world.
matter.
So
World, that's Shea too.
Shea and-
so
so
Shea is part of
he's the only
stats.
because he's pretty much the only All-Star.
But it shouldn't
So
matter.
so that means someone like
Does that matter?
who makes it?
Pick one.
Pick one. Pick a guy who wasn't an All-Star this year. He gets to make it, and someone who was an All-Star gets taken out.
I
Yeah,
say
they'll be
Norm
okay.
Powell.
They'll be okay.
Norm Powell's a
They'll
name
be
you can
okay.
throw
They've
in
been
there.
snubbed before. Guys get snubbed every day. You get
He can
snubbed
play
every
for a
day.
Jamaican team.
But is he a perennial All-Star?
I'm just saying he could shoot.
I could and should. Like,
Should've
y'all
been
with
an
these
All-Star
fucking
team.
semantics, man.
I'm sure he hopes.
Like, yeah, and we know where hope.
Okay,
Yeah, we
so-
gonna keep talking about hope. I'm gonna bring her here.
So if we had to pick,
working right now.
remember, if there's going to be 10 on 10, right? Even though the All-Star right now is 12 on 12, so that means they're going to cut 2 off of each team off the jump,
Yep, they should.
right?
Because they ain't playing half.
So
the guys anyway.
now, can you just name 10 All-Stars? There's 5.
I only have to
Worthy.
name 4.
Worthy.
I only have to name 4.
No, but the
we
team
have
is 6
already.
The team is 6.
We already have 6 from last year, like you just said. It was 6
No, no,
All-Stars
there's-
from international last year. 6.
You wanna know the 6?
All I need to name is 4
Okay,
now.
so you got Shea, Jokic, Sengun, Pascal, Wemby, and
Giannis ain't on there.
Giannis first.
Giannis.
That's it.
Giannis?
Who else?
That's it.
So no Embiid?
No, he's not on there. He didn't make the All-Star last year.
All right, so it can be Embiid next year.
He's an
Oh,
American.
we're talking about 2028 too, right?
an American.
This is 2026
2020.
All-Star game.
2026 All-Star
But
game.
still-
Hey,
And
he's
it's not,
an
and it's
American.
not Olympic too. So
He's
we're
a-
talking.
Silver
Yo,
basically saying 2026 will be in the
he's an
same venue as
Yeah,
2028.
But
He's
they're
an
going to
American.
count him.
No. He played USA basketball.
He's from
an
Africa,
American.
whether you like it or not.
He's an American.
Okay.
We don't get to do that.
I can tell you right now.
All right,
if
we'll
Embiid
do that.
He's
We'll do that.
denounced.
We'll
He's
do that.
denounced.
We'll do that. So
He's an American.
Then we'll count Kyrie.
American.
We'll count Kyrie.
No, you don't.
He's an American. Played for USA basketball.
Did play USA. He
Come on,
was
man.
born in
Come on,
Australia,
USA
but
basketball. Name your Euros. Name your Euros.
Marketing.
Marketing.
did not mention Luka.
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 That's 2. I need 2 more. We named Wemby.
Like I said, Şengün, Zubats, both
Alright.
finished top 24.
Name Sengun. Oh, you want to do Sengun and Zubac?
We'll go Rudy. We'll go Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
Go Bears. Sacre Blue.
Well, y'all get y'all ass whooped.
Somebody I'm missing.
You got
Oh,
Wagner.
Jamal Murray.
You got Wagner.
Lotho Murray.
Jamal Murray can make it for the
Franz
first
Wagner.
time in his life. Okay.
We can mix him. We got a couple. Like you said, the Wagner. We got a couple more. We can throw in there.
But will they be playing well enough to
And
fit?
we don't
No,
care about
no,
playing
that's-
well.
it don't
we
matter,
just need
right?
to fill the roster.
See, that's the problem. We're calling an all-star game that's rewarded to all-stars.
Yeah.
And one group, they don't have enough all-star players playing at an
You're
all-star
talking about
level.
the wrong
so you
shit,
get,
man.
so
We
you
don't
get
talk
to,
about the game.
So
We
you
talking
get
about the-
rewarded.
worthy of making
But
it.
that ain't
First,
why
okay,
have
then
a
let's-
conversation.
how about
We
this?
should just talk about the game.
Okay, then
We're
let's
just
talk
talking
about
about
the
the game.
because it means something to make it.
No, man, but they gonna put it how they put it.
Okay, let's talk about
So
the
let's
game
just say
then.
they do it how they do it. Let's just say now you got U.S. We're getting away from the conversation.
But
them versus them.
Yeah.
Giannis is like, line it up.
Okay,
He hit
line it
that
up.
shit. What's up?
Okay, line it up because he's worthy.
Line it up.
Right? The team he's gonna be on is worthy.
It
what do
is?
you mean? He's saying we'll beat y'all.
But it means something.
Right? That's what he said. He said,
Okay.
line it up.
Okay, let's line it up.
Line it up.
line it
We'll
up.
beat y'all.
You're going to beat us when, since they've made the All-Stars game, there's only one European that actually plays hard. That's Giannis, the guy who wants to
about
line it
that,
up.
man.
Can someone tell him what Jokic looks like in the All-Star game?
All
Can
five
you
of
tell
them.
us what
All
Luka
five
looks
of
like
them.
at the
All
All-Star
five
game?
of them on the
Can
same
we tell
team.
him what
They're gonna
Sengun
huddle
looks
up.
like in the
They're
in the
gonna
All-Star
huddle
game?
up and
Can
say,
they tell us what
"Let's go."
Siakam looked like when he played, Markkanen looked like when he played? There's only one European that actually takes All-Star Weekend series. The Europeans been playing so bad, they don't even mention them when they say, these guys are not playing hard. It's only the Americans not playing hard. But if you look up those stats, we got a guy who's a 3-time MVP, triple-double guy, who fucking averages 6 and 3 in the All-Star game.
It's an impressive 6
Luka
and 3,
averages
Jim.
6 and 3.
Like
This
you're
is what they
avoiding-
average in an All-Star game, and you're telling us that this should be a matchup?
Ooh, we all know how to play, cut and move, and we got them playing defense.
Who
they
said
love.
they're gonna play
They're
hard?
going to play together.
You always say someone's going to
They're
do
going to
something.
play together.
That's your opinion.
No, it's not. It's
That's
European
opinion.
basketball.
No,
it's not
it's
an
your
opinion.
opinion.
No, it's European basketball.
No, I don't give a fuck. This is not a game. This is an all-star game. Why haven't they taken it serious yet?
Because it's not their style of play. That's why.
So it's going to be their style when
they
this
play
is-
together. Yes, and they compete for something.
What are they competing for?
What are they competing for?
To beat the USA. What do you mean?
It don't count.
Yes, it do.
Care.
Nobody
Everything
cares.
counts
It's
when
an
we
all-star game.
in competition. Look, you may
all-star
not
game.
think I'm keeping score, but I'm always keeping score.
Can you give me his?
I'm always
just
keeping
It's an
give,
all-star game.
give me you.
still.
It's still an all-star game.
It's still a win or loss.
It's still a win or loss when they've been playing for the last fucking 6
So don't it matter?
years.
So don't it matter wins or losses?
Not this game.
Oh, nah, it don't.
No, not this
Did
game.
it count for you? Did
It count every time we line up.
Not
Thank
this
you.
game.
Can you
It
tell-
count every time we
So
line
it
up.
counted when Jokic played last year and every
Not
time
this
he
game.
did.
Who can drink the water the fastest?
Like, not this game.
It count.
Like you,
I won.
it's your opinion, but the fact is, have they taken it serious? It's a win or loss when they've been on it the whole
It ain't
time.
gonna be the metric when he changed the format. He don't give a fuck about them playing hard or not. It's just line it up now.
Now.
In 8
Line
career
up.
All-Star games, 8 career All-Star games, Jokic averaging 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4.3 assists.
Say it again.
6 points, 5 rebounds, 4.3 assists.
How many minutes?
He's averaging 16 minutes per
How many
game.
minutes?
16 minutes a game. He is shooting 67% from the field, though, 40%
He
from
do
three.
You said how many minutes?
16 minutes per game in those 8 career All-Star games.
Like a quarter in a 2-minute quarter, like fourth.
A quarter and a third.
How much is Giannis?
How much you want him to do in that time?
how much is Giannis?
How much you want him? How hard you want him to play? 16 minutes. Come on, bro. Stop. He talking-
Giannis also played in 8 career
giving him a
All-Star
bad
games.
rap for no reason, man.
25, 8 rebounds, 3 assists.
That's what he averages?
That's what he averages.
Say that again.
25 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists.
And how many
Who is
minutes?
this? Who
He's
is
playing 22 minutes per game. Giannis Antetokounmpo, our
So
great-
he averages.
he's playing how
he
many
plays
minutes?
26
six more
more
minutes.
minutes.
And tell me what he does.
He's averaging
Damn.
25 points, 8 rebounds, 2.8 assists.
How many
6 more
MVPs
minutes.
he has?
1, 2.
2.
The other one has 3.
They're two different guys. They're 2 Euros.
Yeah, one's playing
They're
hard.
2 Euros.
But it ain't gonna
One's
matter,
playing.
though.
Yeah.
Two youths.
There's 2 of them.
It's not gonna matter.
It ain't gonna matter
you
because they're
give me
gonna
Lu-
blow them out.
Can you give me Luca?
What you mean?
Hey, we can-
Giannis, Joker, Luca, and Shea on the
Give me
same
Luka.
team. What you
Give me
talking about?
Luca.
So
What are you talking
Luka,
about?
Luka, more impressive than Joker, but not Giannis, averaging 7 points, 5.4 assists, 2.6 rebounds, 5 career All-Star games, 23 minutes per game.
Oh, he playing more than
He's facilitating.
Why are we wasting our time with a bunch of people who don't even actually play hard or take it serious, just like
my
nobody
God.
else does?
Do you think
There's
they
only
would,
one
but
European that
do you
takes it
think
serious.
they would play hard if it was an international
Hey,
team with a chance to
Josiah. Hey,
thwart
Josiah,
America?
you answer
what
a question
is-
for me.
but what
What
is-
American players
What
play
is the
hard?
incentive, though?
Josiah, name me the American players that he's saying.
It's been a very mediocre.
No.
offering on all
There's
sides.
20. You said there's 20 guys, and the 6 Europeans don't play hard. So tell me which American players play hard.
Jaylen Brown, Tatum,
Steph
Curry.
usually. Steph,
Huh?
Steph,
I know he does. LeBron James. We can go Dame. You want to go Dame? Had a 50-point.
Keep going. Keep going.
Want to go?
Keep going.
Huh?
Keep going.
I got 6. You got 1.
No, we got 6 and 6.
LeBron 22, 6 and 6 in 20
6
career
players
All-Star
against
games.
Keep
your
going.
6. So
Tatum.
That's 12.
You said
Are you just gonna say everybody plays hard?
Tatum 19, 4 and
Does everybody
Okay,
play hard?
next. Keep going. No, he gonna name him again.
you reading their stats.
Come on, Jaylen
No,
Brown.
fuck the stats.
No.
Playing hard is not a stat.
No, we're not gonna use
What's the
opinion.
stat? What's the stat for playing hard?
Opinion,
It's
dude.
not an enjoyable game.
We're not.
No.
we're
What's
not
the
talking
stat for
opinion.
playing hard?
Well,
Then you
because
go.
these guys, so let me just say this.
Josiah,
I don't want
You know what he's saying?
I
You
don't
tell
want
us
your
stat.
opinion.
So let me
dog.
ask-
Stat is
Give me
it
the
that's
stat.
playing hard stat?
I don't-
Tell me the playing
Well,
hard stat.
I don't want your opinion.
I can answer your question real quick.
Y'all make
These
it up.
the guys that he's naming, all these guys trying to go get MVP.
Yep.
That don't mean they play
Tatum
hard.
19, 4, and 4.
19,
They just shooting the ball every
Tatum,
time they
19,
get it.
4, and 4. Who else do you need? Jaylen Brown.
You say they not playing hard?
No.
Jaylen Brown.
Why are we changing the format? It's because they don't play hard. For the last 4 years, you say, man, these guys
But
don't
these
even
guys trying to
play
get MVP
hard.
is what I'm saying.
Why did Larry Bird go in the locker room and say, hey, guys, can we play hard this year?
on, we got
Jaylen Brown 21 and 6.
He's averaging 21 and 6.
5 career
Am I
All-Star
making
games.
this shit up?
So everyone we've named so far has averaged over 20.
You can look this
and you
shit
have
up.
a
It's on the
3-time
internet.
MVP that's averaging 6.
And this includes the nasty format for some of these guys with
These dudes trying to go get MVP.
but the
The
nasty
NBA
format from
doesn't
last
want to
season.
change
all them
the
dudes trying to go
format
get MVP.
because the 6 Euros don't play hard. That's what I know for a fact.
But will these international players play hard with the opportunity to thwart America?
He's saying
But what is the
No.
It's not the.
No,
they're
I get
not
it.
playing for their
I
country.
need you to understand the ration.
It's still an All-Star game.
The people who are averaging 20 in the game are not playing hard. And he has an excuse for the people who
You're moving the goalposts for the whole conversation. The whole conversation is about them 5 against this 5. And you're talking about rotations and who's playing hard and all. No one gives a fuck about that. We are going to line up and play hard when we play up against y'all. So worry about some other shit. You worrying about the wrong shit.
What I'm saying
we
is-
good with how we play.
But
we
they
going to play
haven't.
hard.
But they have.
We are going
We
to.
win.
We are going to.
But they
The
haven't.
Americans
though.
have it either.
They played harder
Why
than
don't
them.
y'all say something behind that?
They played harder than
The
them.
Americans don't play hard either. What is your comeback?
They played harder than them.
We're playing harder than you.
Yes, that's the comeback.
So now we're playing hard. So we both.
wanna go back
So if
again?
we're not
Play harder
playing
than you.
enough, if we're not playing hard enough, you're not playing hard enough.
we
And
play harder than y'all.
everybody don't want to watch the shit no more because nobody's playing hard enough.
Do you want to go to another European?
If your guys are better than
about-
us,
who
won't
else you wanna
y'all
go to?
lead the whole pack by playing a little bit harder so we have to follow suit?
If we're averaging 20 and you're averaging, what, 6?
6 and
Well,
7.
there's always one guy that's going hard. He's trying to get MVP.
But Giannis cooking. Let's give Giannis his due.
7?
Right?
Giannis just plays hard all the time.
It's Giannis.
He plays hard all the time.
And
So
again,
I'm pretty sure Giannis is. Hey, look, you see the person who says, "Yeah, I like this," the one who plays hard. Let me see when Jokic or Luka do
say
that.
about
shit.
So you think
Oh,
that
they gonna
he's
be
saying?
frowning like, oh,
So
this
you think he's
bullshit.
saying I want to do this because he plays hard, or he actually thinks we can beat y'all?
Dude, it's an All-Star game.
That's what we do. We don't got no answers.
It's an all-star
clear.
game.
It's formally clear
an
that
all-star
you got
game.
a guy that's saying line it up. It's going to be entertaining 100% because we'll beat
It's an
them.
All-Star.
He's going to be entertaining. Him.
It's an All-Star game.
So the 5 guys is with him. The 4 guys is with him are not entertaining basketball in the NBA.
On their team.
Huh?
On their team.
Are they not individually entertaining?
Yes, on their team. Yes.
So all 5 of them together wouldn't be entertaining?
Not in this format.
Oh my Lord.
so bring
It's
us,
still an All-Star game. They're not playing for nothing.
we know where we're at right now, but like Giannis' graphic pointed out, you got Steph, KD, LeBron, guys who are on the tail end of their career, will likely not be in the league in the next 5 years.
Who won the game last year?
Which game?
The All-Star game.
There was 4 different teams,
Who won it?
not the NBA.
Huh?
I honestly don't know. I didn't watch.
Was it Shaq's team?
It
It was Shaq's team, right?
Don't know.
I mean, you should know. You had most of those Shaq guys. Now, if we want to give some type of example, Charles Barkley picked all 6 Euros on his team. He said he wants to go international. He don't want an Americans. So he had on his team Giannis, Shea, Jokic, Sengun, Victor on his team. He had and
Wembanyama?
Pascal, and he had Towns. He had all of them. They got their ass whooped because they didn't play hard. Remember, you remember LeBron didn't play, right? That's that team. You know you had him because you won the All-Star. Remember you won the money?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I do.
The team
So are you talking about my victory or what?
The team you
Because you're
beat-
just moving
No,
the
no,
goalposts.
No.
All you're doing is trying to find a way to feel like you're winning, bro.
Oh.
You've already got cooked. We were talking about one thing, and you're talking about something completely
talking
different
about
now.
facts.
What are you talking about now?
Team Chuck had 6 Euros, which means,
What the fuck
sir,
are you talking about?
there's 6 of them on one team. Not one of them motherfuckers decided they wanted to play hard
It's
together.
a new day. It's 2025 going on 2026.
Did Wemby not, and this is the bad part about it, did Wemby not Tell these motherfuckers, hey, let's go out there and play hard. Let's go out there and play hard. Let's not go out there. They're all on the same team. They wasn't spread out. It was all Europeans on one team. He told them, let's play hard to win.
He's French, though, good.
Let's win.
He's stretching it.
And there was only one player out there
He's
playing hard.
trying, man. He's trying.
No, this is if you want an example, this is
I
the
don't
first
need an
example.
We're talking about these 5 versus these 5.
This is the first example.
No,
all of them
ain't
are on
no
the same
example,
team.
man.
Out of how many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 8 players.
6 of them were international.
7, if you count Towns.
The world is bigger
Wait,
than Europe.
hold on. 7, if you count. I didn't even count Towns. If you count Towns, because
Dominican legend.
7 out of the 8.
No black.
7 out of the 8. The only one who was not a European was Donovan Mitchell. So this is the first example of Euros on one team. Are we not? Am I saying something wrong here?
Yeah.
There's 7. You need 3 more, and the 7 that was over there showed no effort in this game besides Wemby.
What about the other side? Did they show effort? Say
They
yes.
won.
Say yes.
They won.
Say yes, though.
They won.
They showed effort.
They won. Do you remember?
So if you don't show effort and you win, you can literally just be like, they won. Right?
They won.
Right?
It's a
as long as
European-
you win, right?
Was that not European? Technically, was that not European versus Americans?
Well, we asked the chat, should the NBA have a USA versus World All-Star game? 70% of the chat thinks that they should have a USA versus the World All-Star game. I'm just telling you what the chat said.
70%.
I'm just communicating.
Don't.
But we asked the chat,
ask
who wins in a USA
I
versus
thought
the
you were
World
gonna say,
All-Star game?
Is it obvious? You supposed to
64% of the
ask that
chat says USA. Wouldn't that be good for American spirit, though, Gil? Just to see us dominate some internationals?
Scared of the smoke.
They just
Everybody
won the
ducking the
gold medal.
smoke.
What
But
other-
every year,
Ducking the smoke.
every 4
man.
years, I get
Stop
antsy.
ducking the smoke, man.
But really, my next question, though, and this is in all sincerity, you got guys like KD, Steph, LeBron, all kind of getting old on their way out. We're seeing an emergence and explosion of international players. Do we think we're close at some point to this actually being a viable format? Next 5, 10 years, perhaps?
No.
And no.
The reason I say no is because it's 2 positions that we're seeing these guys fill up, right? So it's the power forward and the center spot that's where they're dominating. If you actually listen to the team, he said he only had 3 guards. Everybody else was centers and power forwards. So for the most part, that's where the stagnant is. It's the big men. It's the international bigs that's coming over dominating.
But you do have some dominant guards, though.
You have a few, but you're talking about putting teams together.
The torture chamber.
So we're going to have to wait to see if 8 or 9 actually creep into
The Thompson twins
What
potentially.
does positionless mean?
We're voting that
I ain't saying voting.
What is
I'm just
saying-
saying about voting.
Yeah, can you tell me
What
what
is-
Did you
position?
just put Lou Dort on this team?
the torture
Yes.
chamber. Can you show some respect?
Did you?
For defensive purposes.
Yeah. Might as well. Shit, he'll make it. Shit, if you need a guard, he'll make it.
Can we say that one of the Thompson twins is a few years away at least of being a viable option, representing the beautiful nation of
So
Jamaica?
that's what I'm saying. So think about who, for this to happen, who's not making the team. You're having guys right now that's averaging double-doubles, 28 and 11, and is getting snubbed. To now take 8 of them out?
Yes,
What the fuck
take
are you
them
looking-
out.
What are you
Take
looking
them
at now?
out. Take
You're
them out.
taking 8 of them. Think about what the game is. Think about what I'm saying. Right now, there's players that get snubbed averaging double-doubles, high, like they're leading the league in assists, shit like that.
Yes.
Now, since they're already snubbed, you got 8 more you got to trim off, right? Trim off 8 more. Now, to fill that up with a bunch of players that's not even on this radar, even of getting snubbed, what does the game look like?
The elite.
There's no elite. The elite is gone.
The elite, the best of the best that can fill these slots. Literally, what are we talking about, man?
Well, is there anything that the league can do to make us care about the All-Star game?
Yes,
and you
do
say go
this.
back East versus West.
Do this.
Now you saying go USA versus the world?
Hell, what do you mean? You got to pick a side at this point. Like we've been saying from the get, me and Brandon saying the same. It's gonna make it competitive.
We talked
Because now
about
you're
one.
not just going up against your peers, you're representing something. And it's a game that used to be just fun and all we hear. It's like, man, they might run y'all out the gym and it's going to look nasty. They might not still care because they say it's all-star. It's just fun and games. It is what it is. But Giannis is like, yo, line it up. Line it up. We with it. What's up?
Well, we will see if Adam Silver actually goes through with the USA versus the world format.
Not.
All right. Well, I'm just letting you know. So then we will see that he didn't do it.
Watch him. He don't
But
got no,
I'm going to try.
They don't got
I just
no
want people to
choice.
hear the names. Like if we did it this year, right? We got 10, right? So I'm going to go. We're going to say, all right, Tatum, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph, Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, Cade, Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, right? From the way the records were, right? That'd be our 10. Which means James Harden gets cut, Jaylen Brown gets cut, Jaden Williams gets cut, Jaren Jackson gets cut, Tyler Hero gets cut, Darius Garland gets cut, Cade Cunningham.
No, you put him on the team.
And then you're going to have to replace, you're going to have to put 4 Europeans that's better than them. Okay.
So again,
While keeping them. Because I know if Luka was playing, what Euros didn't play this year?
Was that supposed to
Because I know
make
if
sense?
Luka was playing
Was that
and
supposed to
Embiid
make
was
sense?
playing.
That did not make sense at all to me. None of that shit made sense.
What didn't make sense?
None of it. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, sure.
Literally.
There's 24 All-Stars. There's
Literally,
24
man.
All-Stars. There's 12 and 12. Okay?
Take those old guys off.
Okay.
So let's take these old guys off because we're talking about years down the line.
No, we're talking about next year.
Because you want to do next year because they're not going to do next year. He didn't say next year.
he said potentially as a 2026 option. Then I asked the question 5 to 10 years down the
He
road.
asked the question. He
5 to
said
10 down. You say 5 to 10?
5 to 10 down the road.
So not next year.
But
He
in
said-
5 to 10.
Hey, how about this? Take your opinion
So
out
let's
of
just
it
say,
and
KD.
give him the question.
Look, let's just say
I just asked the
KD,
question.
KD, LeBron, and
next year.
Steph, right? These 3. You got to replace them with the other guys that he mentioned. That's on the James. He got to replace these guys. The Euro guys, they still young. They gonna be there. So you talking about lining this up? We're using these guys just because they there right now. That's why they saying it now. They're using them guys. You got to use LeBron, KD, and Steph. 35, 38, 30. They all old.
It was for next year.
So they gonna get mopped against the other 5. The 5 up, they mopped. So then the people you just named, we want to see we want to see that lineup. We want to see the second against the second. Whoever we pick on the Euros against them, we line it up because we know what's gonna happen with the first 5 and the first 5.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We know what's gonna happen
you
with the
said-
first 5 and first
what I
5.
finished, you said-
KD and them against Giannis and them. We know what's gonna happen.
You said you
Second 5 were our Euros.
You said you didn't understand. I thought you didn't understand that, that you got to take 8 players off and then you got to add
We don't
4.
care about taking nobody off. Y'all deal with that, how y'all deal with it, bro. We don't care. We got our 10, you get your 10. We don't care who's not on. Y'all get snubbed every year anyway. So why? It wasn't a problem when Norman Powell got snubbed and LeBron took his place and didn't even play. You didn't make an argument there
LeBron
about being
took his-
snubbed
what do you mean
or
LeBron?
none of that.
Please.
LeBron could have gave Norman Powell his spot. He didn't
just said
play.
he took his place.
Whatever.
No, it's the other way around.
It don't matter. You know,
No, it
you're
does.
cooked either way. You're cooked either way.
No,
you're
take-
cooked either way.
take his
Norman
place.
Powell was supposed to play in the All-Star. He's supposed to be an All-Star.
Take his place
He's supposed
means...
to be an All-Star.
Who says who?
He was supposed to replace LeBron, who was
Says who?
injured.
Who said that?
They said it. It was reported.
Can you find
It
that?
was reported.
Can you find that?
Who was Norman Powell supposed
Norman
to
Powell
replace?
was a snub. If LeBron would have pulled out earlier,
Don't say it out loud, Joe. You're supposed to
There's
text him that.
Potential?
And he not listening. He don't be paying
Potential?
attention.
But is that it? Like, did they
Come on,
say? Did they
man.
come out and say he was next up?
Come on, man.
No, they did not. Okay.
All right, well, let's
Christ.
keep this
He
thing
got
moving.
snubbed.
I hate using potentials and ifs and those are fake fucking words, man.
You use
Potential.
hypotheticals
else
all the
said
time.
potential.
You use potential in the effect of drafting young players. You say it all the time. What are you
said
talking about?
Potential.
You
Potential
use
and hope work
potential when you
together?
talk about young players coming into the league, drafting young
No,
players.
I said they draft off of potential.
So don't say you
I
don't
didn't
talk
say
about
they potentially
don't,
draft
don't
them. No,
say you
that's
don't
a
talk
fact
about
what they
potential
do.
though. You talk about it all
I
the time.
said what they do is a fact. Norman Powell isn't being next wasn't a
gotta do
fact.
something
You
with
said
that seat.
potentially
No.
he would have been up next. That's a fake.
He was up next.
Analyst, that's fake.
He was up next.
Well, let's keep this thing moving.
Josiah just told you.
No, what did you say?
I said the potential option.
Potential. Option.
Don't know where the
Jesus
NBA is
Christ.
going to go. I'll ask Adam Silver if he ever gives me an NBA
Potential
credential
option.
to any event.
Just like Trae Young was a potential option. Everybody who got snubbed, potential option.
All right, well, let's keep this thing
Nigga, I
moving.
was a potential option.
I was not.
Joe.
Let's keep this thing moving.